Hi, everyone. Welcome to our latest installment of Pitch Perfect. Really excited to have you all on the session today. We've got a fantastic group of companies. So to kick things off today, my name's Trieste, head of the campaign strategy team here at FrontFundr. For the presentation today, just something to keep in mind that the presentation may contain forward-looking information. There can be no assurance that forward-looking information will prove to be accurate, as actual results and future events could differ materially from those anticipated in such statements. Accordingly, viewers should not place undue reliance on forward-looking information. And now we're going to look to turn things over to the next company we've got up today, Lyric Cycles. You're going to be hearing from both Andy and Andrew. And Lyric Cycle is not just another electric bike company. They're setting a new performance standard with thoughtfully and meticulously designed high-performance Canadian-made electric bikes and motorcycles. So yeah, let's take it away.
Thank you, guys. My name is Andy Caruso, and I'm one of the co-founders, and we have Andrew Lester, who is the other co-founder. So Lyric Cycles creates new transportation possibilities, both recreational and utilitarian, with our Canadian-made electric moped-style bikes and light electric motorcycles. Is this covering? I guess it is. I should take that down here. Sorry. So let's start by looking at the market opportunity. So in 2021, the global market was $36 billion. It's growing at 12.6% and projected to be at $92 billion by 2029. We will be targeting the global market in a few years, but currently we're just targeting North America. So that is a $2.6 billion as of 2021. And it's important to note that this is the e-bike market only. So this doesn't include electric motorcycles, which actually makes the opportunity even larger. So I will throw it to Andrew to talk about how we plan to compete.
Yeah, so our electric moped style bicycles and electric motorcycles are faster than most e-bikes, which is really good for keeping up with traffic and then better overall for commuting because of that. But they're more affordable to get into than electric cars. They've really been designed to be able to, for different use cases, to be able to run errands. They're really low maintenance, and so it really makes getting into electric easy and accessible. In terms of how we plan to differentiate, or how our products do differentiate, we sort of went from like a high level of saying, okay, how do people buy vehicles? They buy on sort of performance and what they love to look at. And what they want to park in their garage. And so from a speed and power, our bikes are anywhere between 2 and 5 times as powerful as the other bikes that are in their pricing categories. In each pricing category, we are the highest speed and the highest peak power. And so really, like, we've kind of cornered in on that performance area. For range, like range anxiety in electric vehicles is always a big thing. And so for each pricing category as well, we've tried to produce bikes that have a very high range. We've also introduced variable regenerative braking, which is both a very powerful engine brake, but puts charge back into batteries as it goes. And then how we manage to do all this is really with our specs. So our parts on our bikes allow us to be both reliable in the fact that we've picked very low maintenance designs and parts, you know, as an example, like carbon belt drives instead of chains. But then also things like, you know, I already mentioned the variable regen brake. And as a sum of the parts, like, our enthusiasts really do kind of, and thanks for some of those folks that have joined already, because I see them on the call. So thank you. They really have kind of honed in on some of those things, which is great. Looking at our lineup, our Lyric Graffiti, this is really our urban commuter crossover. This is really kind of perfect for daily commuting, running errands, weekend cruising. It's got low maintenance, direct drive engine and belt drive train, dual batteries on it. So for really big range, and optional rack extenders, cargo boxes, everything that can kind of go on this, as well as it being 2-passenger. Our Lyric Voodoo This is sort of our fast electric moped. It's got very high torque, very high power. We'll do up to about 100 kilometers an hour, and we're promulgating this to allow for registration and insurance. And then the Ghost, you may have noticed on the previous page, but that's supermodel Tyson Beckford, who we collaborated with on this. It's based off the Voodoo model, but it's sort of an off-road dual sport scrambler. So really, we've got something for everyone. Back over to Andy to chat about what our customers think.
Awesome. So we really do make a point of showing up and connecting with our customers. And in return, we've been lucky to have such an engaged community. People are really excited about the performance features. They love the look of the bike, the rubber belt drive. They've been impressed with our brand approach and customer service. So all of this has been really validating to get all this feedback and just let us know that we are on the right track. In a similar vein, we've also had a number of online media placements. Most, again, very excited about the performance features and design. And this just gives us that further social proof and brand legitimacy. And so between the reviews and the media, this has helped us see really incredible traction. So we have 3 bikes in revenue now. We've sold 150. We have generated over 700,000 in revenue in total. And we just had our biggest sales month in November, where we generated over 161K. And from a marketing standpoint, we're doing really well from a return on ad spend perspective, as well as CPA. So there's lots of room to scale there. So to wrap up, why should you care? So from skyrocketing gas prices to consumers increasingly caring about sustainability to clean tech advancements, the market timing really is perfect. We've had incredible early traction, as we just discussed, and this helps us. It has proved the product market fit and the growth potential. We already managed to land a celebrity partnership, which was super cool. The customer feedback has been really positive. We have a really strong team that has past startup success and both a breadth and depth of experience. And we are one of the only Canadian light electric vehicle manufacturers. So we would love for you guys to check out the details on our campaign page, and we can open it up for Q&A now.
Fantastic. Thank you, Andy and Andrew. Great presentation there. It was nice having you both on as well. We do have some questions that have come through the Q&A already. So we've had one come in from Douglas. Do you do custom work, i.e. delivery units for businesses?
Yes, I mean, one of the reasons why we wanted to move towards being made in Canada was so that we could kind of both rapidly prototype, which in the electric vehicle space, you need the ability to do so, because it's actually the only way that you're going to be able to create competitive advantage is to be able to move towards that. I think we already mentioned that we're trying to build towards use cases. And so it would be good to kind of chat, because like one of the things that we are looking at is last mile delivery vehicles. So it may not actually need to be a custom thing that you're looking for. It would be good if you want to reach out to us directly, because we can chat about like where in our timeline we believe that specific model is coming for you.
Fantastic. We actually had a follow-up question from Douglas as well, just asking based on the speeds, if they needs to be licensed. And I think, Andrew, you kind of mentioned a point on that a little bit. So perhaps you could answer that in more detail.
Yeah, and so our bikes you can actually switch the modes between them. So there's a legal e-bike mode for the graffiti, and then there's an off-road mode for where it's supposed to be used off-road. All our bikes, especially in Canada, you do require to be 16, and we do suggest that you need a license for them. The Voodoo specifically, it does come with a VIN, and you do require a driver's license for it, and therefore it would require to be insured as it is.
Fantastic. We had another question come through as well. Who insures you for any liability claims?
So we do have business insurance on this, and it's expensive. I'm not sure if you're looking for a specific name of an insurer, but I don't think we're going to share that on this public forum, but we do. Yes. We're giving them lots of money.
Okay, no, absolutely. Appreciate you answering that. We had another question come through as well. Just how many unit sales are projected for 2023?
So we're looking to hit between 11 and 1,200 bikes sold for 2023, which would put us just over 6 million in revenue in USD.
Okay, fantastic.
Actually, if I can add to that
yeah,
a little
of
bit,
course.
to give people a bit of, because to go from where we are to that might seem like a lot. But really right now we're just selling direct to consumer, and
Okay.
what we're planning to do for growth going forward. So definitely continuing direct to consumer and scaling the marketing, but also introducing B2B sales. So Andrew mentioned building out those use cases for specific B2B instances, and then also naturally expanding our dealer network.
Fantastic. We had a couple more questions just come through as well. One being what percentage of the BOM components are sourced from Canada, and another just asking what the margin profile is.
Yeah, so we are sourcing a small amount of the components from Canada. There's actually not a lot of Canadian producers of bicycle parts. Our motor controllers are from Canada, but even those motor controllers don't have a made in Canada label on them. It's a Canadian engineering company, but most of the, say a lot of the parts, probably 85% of the parts are still from Asia. And then some of the other parts are from the United States, and the motor controllers from Canada.
Fantastic. And I know one question came through just asking a little bit about margins as well, if you guys are willing to share some information there.
Yeah, so the margins do vary, and we're kind of at the place right now where our margins are going to be the worst they're ever going to be, because we're ordering such small volumes. So it's only going to get better from here. But on the graffiti for direct to consumer, we're sitting around 30%, and then the Voodoo and Ghost are closer to 50%. And then when we look at dealers, they naturally get a larger discount. So that's reduced to around 20 to 25%, 30 to 35%.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we had a couple other questions come through that unfortunately we're not going to have time to get to today. So do recommend that anyone who has questions reach out to Andy and Andrew directly. There's the QR code to the campaign page there, and you can ask them some questions directly through the Q&A, or you'll find their email addresses there as well. So thank you both so much for the pitch and for the Q&A. Really appreciate your time today. It was great learning more about the business. Now to wrap things up for today, just wanted to give everyone a quick high-level overview on FrontFundr in case you're new to learning about FrontFundr. So we're Canada's leading equity crowdfunding platform, making it easy for all Canadians to invest in Canada's most exciting startups, just like the 5 that you had the chance to view today, from as little as $250. We've now done over 100 raises, raising over 120 million for companies with 15 investments across the platform and 34,000 investors. So more importantly, if you're ready to get started, visit frontfundr.com to learn about making your investment. You can also reach out to our team at support@frontfundr.com with any questions. We also have a chat bot on the website that is available to support you with anything that you need. But really want to say thank you to everyone who joined the session today. Thank you to our 5 panelists for giving such fantastic presentations and doing a wonderful job answering the Q&A. And thank you to all of those who joined in as attendees. You asked great questions throughout the session today. And for any follow-up questions that you have, or for any that we weren't able to get through today, I encourage you guys to visit the campaign pages themselves and to reach out to the companies directly. So with that, thank you very much, everyone, and wish you a great rest of your day.